Greetings, wholeness. February 21st or 2nd. I'll leave the date in the description. I'll link to all relevant videos up top or down bottom. And let's get into it. It's 21 degrees Fahrenheit was the rising temp when I woke up. And inside 65, and it was outside 65% humidity as well, along with being 21. And inside the high tunnel with the door all the way open on a bright blue sunny sky day with no clouds in the sky, it is coming in at 69 degrees Fahrenheit, maybe 68. So, and 80% humidity. And that's with the door open, kind of open. And so I showed the reinforcements from the outside, but these are the reinforcements from the inside. Like I said, I'll link to those videos here. But now the new idea is since that it's so hot in here, not the best ventilation, this hole that happened from the destruction of the wind now can actually be used as a ventilation hole. So I have a vision for a solar panel connected to a fan right outside on the top, and that can pull the air, the hot air, out, and that will, with the door all the way open, will pull all the cool air in. So at least that's the vision. Let me know what you think about that in the comments. Let me know if you got any ideas. And let's check in with what has survived. This is some kohlrabi. Don't know if we'll get any harvest off of it, but just the fact that it survived all the cold temps is making it adapted to this region, to this climate. So hopefully I can save seed. And I've just made a nice little pathway here that's going to be used for flood irrigation. Potential idea, experiment, because I'm going to have an IBC tote actually right there. Fill that with water from the natural spring, and then I can send a hose up through that hole as well when the fan's not there. Have to do that separately. And then can just leave the hose right here where my foot is. That's where it starts. And then there's a channel right down the middle, and can let that fill up with water and then slow spread and sink into the high tunnel for the peppers and eggplants and everything else. Coming down the line, we got some cilantro that survived, and we got these little baby spinach seedlings that I separated. They were kind of in a bunch like those ones, and I teased them apart and transplanted them, and watered them in nice. So maybe we'll have a whole bunch of little spinach. You can see they're going all the way down on this little row. So in February, it's cool to have this bed sort of little planted out. And those spinach are from seed that I planted in October of 2022. They went to seed in the spring. I overwintered them. They went to the seed in the spring of 2023, and I let that seed drop, and then in the wintertime of last year, or 2023, they all resprouted, and then I dug them up, So this is coming on, if I can save seed again this season, that'll be the second time that I've saved seed from this, and it will have seen 2 Vermont winners. So that's pretty dang cool, and from all these little spinach seedlings you can get a lot of seed, so happy about that. Spinach is one of the cold hardiest ones, and this is all compost that I had made down at the apartment stead. I'll link to that video here too, and I had stored it in that box, which is supposed to be used for seedling starting, but I just haven't gotten it going yet. I got some seed trays over there that some onions are starting to germinate, but no beets, no celery root. So we've still been dipping down into the cold, even though as warm as it is in here right now. And if you walk further down the path, we have some little beautiful kale starts or seedlings that, again, I had started last August. Planted them up at the garden in September under row cover, got some harvest off of them, and then when I moved from my other garden to here, I dug them up and I put them in the high tunnel, and now they've overwintered, and they're putting on new growth. So we'll get harvest of some kale, and where's the other one? Right over here. Harvest of some kale and then save some seed off of them as well. Kale is a biannual, so they take 2 seasons to go to seed. So they won't go to seed in their first year, they'll produce all season, and then if you can overwinter them, now this will be their second season, they'll go to seed. That'll be my first year saving seed off of this red Russian kale. And so here we are down at the other end. I got this second layer of Agribon cover taken off because it was actually acting as a shade cover, and with that bar right there, so needed to let in more sun. But everything has already survived to this point, so even if we get down really cold, everything's got an established enough root system so that they won't pass on. And then, so there was the spinach, the kohlrabi, we've got some garlic starts in here, and the kale, and then the cilantro, and these lettuce. This one survived very beautifully. That is the dark red Lola Rosa lettuce from High Mowing. So going to be saving seed off of that too for my own nice cold hardy adapted seeds. We got this bed made nice right here. So it all may not look like much, and it all may not harvest to much, right? Harvestability in terms of food for my body or other people's bodies, but it will definitely accumulate to a whole bunch of seed that I will not have to invest in the years coming, and I can keep on growing out this seed, making it more and more adapted. So one other thing I want to add is that stuff might not grow to a harvestability with these everything I just named, because there's a lot of lockup of nutrients from this high amount of carbon that I have, brown wood chips. So I need to get the green nitrogen grass in here to equal that out, but the grass won't mow until the beginning of May. So what I'm going to do is on the next fruit day, I'm going to sow some sugar snap peas that can grow to be like 10 feet tall. So, and and the nitrogen fixation from the peas will help to equal out my nitrogen to carbon ratio, which in return will start to make everything grow better because it's going to unlock all the nutrients. At least that's in theory from everything that I've learned. So it's always rough going when you're on a first year new plot. A lot of things to learn, and you never know what to expect ever with farming in general. But the positives is that one love wholeness. I get to have my shirt off on a February day when it's 21 outside and about 70 degrees Fahrenheit inside the high tunnel. So we're staying productive, got a lot of good plans and things ahead. Here is your heading towards the end of February high tunnel update. And if anything, I'm like 2 months ahead just with where I'm at right now. The first succession won't really start until April, but I'm thinking about doing a succession in March. That'll put me a month ahead. So we'll see how it all goes and works out. It always is a lot easier said or written on paper than when you're actually doing it. So once again, one love wholeness. Thank you for your support, and we'll see you on the next one.